Parts of Jammu and Kashmir are also affected by intense rainfall. Rajouri district has been lashed by heavy downpour, leading to a flood-like situation. We spoke of it earlier as well. In fact, now we've been given to understand that the residents of the densely populated Kheora locality near GMC Rajouri were also gripped by fear at around 3 a.m. after a sudden and heavy rise in the water level of a nearby stream. That's one of the men standing there on the roads. Visuals coming in from Jammu. This unexpected surge caused the water to overflow into residential areas, also seep into the main market. Severe waterlogging has been reported in several parts of Rajouri, blocking the vehicular movement. Lightning strikes were also witnessed across the district, disrupting power supply in some of the areas. That's the main market of Rajouri. And you can clearly see the visuals coming in as far as the conditions of roads is also concerned. Authorities have urged residents to stay indoors, avoid flood-prone areas and also follow the safety instructions amid the worsening weather conditions. In fact, let's talk about how a man got stranded in Tawi River in Jammu. That's Tawi River, that's the man that we just spoke of. The river is in spate as the water level rose due to overnight rainfall in the area. Efforts are also currently on to rescue this man. He was holding to the pillar of a bridge to stop from being swept away by the currents. Such is the condition there on ground. Distressing visuals coming in from Jammu and Kashmir. A moment of discomfort for the residents as this was the unexpected surge in the water level. The densely populated areas have also taken a serious hit apart from the main market of Rajouri. We are currently looking at a man being stranded in Tawi River of Jammu. Trying to save himself from being swept away, holding on to possibly a wire or a cloth under the bridge. Rescue operation is going on. People are trying to save and rescue this man as soon as possible. Meanwhile, the authorities in the area have also urged the people to stay indoors as much as possible to avoid any flood-prone areas and also follow the safety instructions strictly and carefully amid the worsening situation and weather conditions. So multiple parts of Jammu and Kashmir have been affected by incessant rainfall. Rajouri taking the worst of the hits because of the downpour, leading to a flood-like situation. The residents are living in fear. The situation suddenly panned out and became worse soon after, since 3 a.m. A sudden and heavy rise in the water level of the nearby streams is reported. This unexpected surge caused the water to overflow into the residential areas and also to seep into the main market of Rajouri. Several waterlogging, in fact, the severe waterlogging has been reported from multiple parts of Jammu and Kashmir. The waterlogging has brought to the roads condition to this being played on your screens. The waterlogging and water inundation has been reported from several parts of the Rajouri, blocking the vehicular movement as well. Lightning strikes have also been reported from multiple parts, affecting the power supply. Residents have been urged to stay indoors as much as possible and to also follow the safety instructions amid the worsening weather conditions. That man in that red circle being played on your screen is the man stranded in the Tawi River in Jammu. The river is in spate as the water level rose due to overnight rainfall. Efforts are also currently going on to rescue the man. He was holding to the pillar of a bridge to stop from being washed away by the currents. The efforts are going on to save the stranded man from Tawi River in Jammu, still holding on to that piece of cloth under the bridge in order to protect himself from being swept away due to the heavy currents. Again, let me reiterate that the authorities have urged residents to stay indoors, avoid any flood-prone area, and also follow the safety instructions amid the worsening weather conditions. Parts of Jammu and Kashmir are affected by intense rainfall. Rajouri district has been lashed by a heavy downpour, leading to flood-like situation over there as well. Residents of the densely populated Kheora locality near GMC Rajouri were gripped by fear around 3 a.m. after a sudden and a very heavy rise in the water level of a nearby stream. These are the latest visuals coming in from Rajouri being played on your screens. The unexpected surge caused the water to overflow into residential areas and also seep into the main market. Severe waterlogging has been reported in several parts of Rajouri, blocking the vehicular movement as well. This is how the roads have taken a hit. Not only that, the lightning strikes were also witnessed across the district, disrupting the power supply in some of the areas that has been reported. In fact, authorities have urged residents to stay indoors, avoid flood-prone areas, and also follow safety instructions amid the worsening weather conditions. Said, we are currently playing the visuals of the effect of the rainfall and heavy inundation on the roads of Rajouri. Several parts have reported intense rainfall. The Rajouri district taking a serious hit after being lashed by heavy downpour, leading to a flood-like situation over there. The residents of the densely populated Kheora locality near GMC Rajouri were also quite stressed. The situation started getting worse from around 3 a.m. after a sudden and heavy rise in the water level of a nearby stream was witnessed. This unexpected surge caused the water to overflow in the residential areas as well as to the main market. Heavy downpour also led to waterlogging in several parts of Rajouri, bringing the disruption to vehicular movement as well. And with rain came the lightning, and in fact the strikes were witnessed across the district, disrupting the power supply in a couple of areas. The residents have been requested to stay indoors as much as possible to avoid any flood-prone area and also to follow the safety instructions strictly and carefully amid the conditions that persist in the district of Rajouri. In fact, vehicles were stopped at Chandarkot as Jammu-Srinagar National Highway is also closed due to a landslide at Mehar and T2 Tunnel Marog. Now, this is in Ramban in Jammu and Kashmir. Long lines of trucks and cars lined up at the highway. These are the visuals coming in. It's quite a long queue of the vehicles over there. Efforts are currently on to restore the connectivity as soon as possible. The visual showing the long queue of vehicles at the Chandarkot as Jammu-Srinagar National Highway is currently shut after having reported the landslide at Mehar and T2 Tunnel Marg. The visuals are coming in from Ramban in Jammu and Kashmir. You can clearly see the long line of trucks and vehicles, the cars lined up at the highway, again bringing the vehicular movement to a standstill. We've been given to understand that the efforts are also currently going on to restore the connectivity as soon as possible.